Jiang Hai and Chen Xianghui are experienced forest rangers. But it wasn't always this way.
I came here in May of 1991. This place used to be a tree farm.
Trees were being felled. Of course, it was bad for the plants and wildlife, but we didn't think of it that way. We were responding to the country's call to develop the economy.
It was a job to be proud of. Then it all changed after the massive flooding of the Yangtze in 1998. Deforestation was partly blamed for the extent of the destruction. The logging site in Laohegou, like many others, was shut down and placed under a nationwide plan called the Natural Forest Protection Project.
That's when we turned from tree logger to forest ranger.
It was a sharp turn in more ways than one. Profits stopped, and with it, decent wages.
It became difficult to even raise a family.
And at work, they were totally at a loss. Conservationist Wang Jimei knows well their frustrations.
What they knew was how to measure the tree girths, how to make them fall better, faster, how not to damage the trunk while transporting, in order to make more profit for the state. Then suddenly they were told to protect the forest.
Wang Jimei's organization, the U.S. NGO The Nature Conservancy, stepped into Laohegou 5 years ago. Apart from restoring the ecosystem here, they also wanted to help these ex-loggers.
I think it was a significant step that the government initiated the Natural Forest Protection Project, but there were too many loggers. They are the vulnerable ones swept up in the big reforms.
It turned out all these ex-loggers needed was a little training. Now they're equipped with all the knowledge and modern ideas in nature conservation, and their new purpose, watching the wildlife and understanding their habits.
Here at Old Creek, there are dozens of logger-turned-rangers patrolling the 110 square kilometer forest, taking samples and scouting for any sign of wildlife. On a busy day, they can easily spend 12 hours walking in the forest.
You asked me what's fun about this job. Let me tell you, it's backbreaking. But I can tell you with pride, we've seen the number of fish, wildlife and plant species growing back. Look at this forest now, encountering the animals. I feel so proud.
That their life and career have once again found its meaning. Yuan, CCTV, Laohegou in Sichuan province.